to the 4th episode of Tales of Yarnia. It's a podcast about knitting and occasionally crochet. My name's Hannah and I'm coming to you from the UK, where I live with my other half Jimmy and our Labrador Jonah. I'm not sure if you can see just there. He might be just out of the camera, but he's just lying here next to me. Welcome back to any returning viewers. I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far. I think I'm getting more into the swing of things as things go on. And welcome to any new viewers. Thank you for giving me a chance. And I know how many other podcasts there are out there, so I really appreciate you giving me a go. So on to what I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing my shawl by NCL Knits. It is the Good Vibes shawl. I'll take it off to give you a proper look. I knit this a couple of years ago, and the sun is really in the way today, but if I close the curtains there'll be no light. So this is how it looks. You can see. So I think I used 2 different yarn dyers, both indie dyers. If I give you a close-up, this grey colour is by Travel Knitter, and I think it's called London Skies. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed with Travel Knitter's yarn. It's so gorgeous, so lovely to work with. Really beautiful, and she does the best colourways as well. They're such vibrant, strong colours. I think I've got 2 other sweater quantities, 2 sweater quantities of her yarn waiting to be worked up. Just waiting to find the right projects. And then this other colour is by a homespun house. I think it was called Llama Party or Alpaca Party, something like that. I'm just going to move the camera so that that's not a shadow. Hopefully that's going to be a bit better, because then there shouldn't be as much of a shadow, but there's still going to be shadows today because of the light. But hopefully you can still see just how beautiful this is. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to put that back on because it's pretty cold today. Even though the sun's out, it's one of those crisp mornings outside, so I do like to wrap up warm. Even when I'm in the house, I like to wear shawls. So yeah, that was a really enjoyable knit, and I wear that quite often, just because it's so easy to throw on. And yeah, so next up I wanted to talk to you about an FO. I've got one FO. It's a sock design of my own, and it's my first free sock design. So if I get it here, it is, hopefully the sun will show it properly. It is the Holy Socks pattern, spelled H-O-L-I. Not holy as in they've got holes in, but holy as in the Festival of Colour. So I designed these with heavily variegated yarns in mind, because I wanted an alternative to just plain vanilla socks, and really wanted to have something which had a little bit of interest whilst you're knitting it up, but still show off variegated yarns, not overpower them. So there's sort of a waffly section here by the toe, and then you go into garter ridges all the way up, and then there's another waffly section before the ribbing for the cuff. You can see that. So this yarn is by Moonflower Yarns. She is on Etsy and Instagram as Moonflower Yarns. And I don't think the colourway's got a name, but I think she has said she'll be able to do some more of it. This one is in her Stellina base, so it's all sparkly and gorgeous. So yeah, this pattern I put onto Ravelry yesterday evening, and so far I've had a really good response to it, so I think people are quite excited that there's a new pattern they can use for variegated yarns, which isn't just plain vanilla. Oh, I forgot to say it's a toe-up sock at the moment, but I am developing instructions for cuff down as well, to be exactly the same sock but just options for either method, so that will be coming, but so far the pattern is only written for toe-up. So yeah, but yeah, to celebrate the release of the pattern, I wanted to have like a little cowl for everyone to get involved and knit along together. I just thought that'd be really fun. Because it's a free pattern, you could just use any variegated yarn or any yarn that you've got in your stash and knit up either this pattern or any of my other patterns. So I've got 3 in total now. There's the other 2 are paid for patterns, and this one is completely free, and it will stay free. I'm not gonna be charging for it at a later date or anything like that. So I thought it'd be really fun to have a cowl. So maybe calling it the Yarnia cowl for Instagram and stuff like that. Hashtag Yarnia cowl. So you can just knit any of my patterns. I'll set up a Ravelry group for chatter, and then a Ravelry thread within my group, which is Yarnia Designs. I will set up a chatter thread and a FO thread, and I was thinking a good deadline for this might be the end of March. So also it's going to be encouraged to double dip in other cowls as well, if you would like to. I know that the lovely Rachel of Knit and Knitabilities and Kate from Journey Unravelled podcasts, they together are running a cowl for treating yourself. So you can knit anything as long as it's for yourself. I can't remember the deadline for theirs. I'm pretty sure it might be around the end of March as well. But yeah, so it's called the Treat Yo Dang Self cowl. So if you want to enter into both, then that's absolutely fine. Prizes for mine, I think I'll definitely at least be able to give away copies of my other patterns. So maybe, it depends how many people enter. I'll pick a couple of people to win and give away copies of my paid patterns. See if there's anything else I can come up with as well. So I think that's everything. Yeah, but yeah, it starts now, runs through till the end of March, which is the 31st. So get involved. I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to be knitting another pair, but going cuff down. So I'll be developing that during that time as well. So yay! Right. So current whips. I've got my, apart from that, there's a couple of other things I've been working on, but I've not made that much progress. I've gone back to my Molly Weasley socks by Nomadic Yarns. So I'm so close to finishing them now. I have, I'm on the second sock, so there's my first one, and then this is my second one. So you can see how close I am to finishing the toe, and then I've just got to put heels in. And this marker here, this is what I did yesterday. I started there yesterday morning and got all the way up to here, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I did almost half a sock in a day. So that's probably a record for me. But yeah, I love this yarn so much. It's the Molly Weasley colourway, as I said, by Nomadic Yarns. And just the striping sequence is gorgeous. The vibrancy of the colours, they're so rich. It's just a joy to work with the yarn as well. It just has a lovely texture to it, knit up. So really enjoying that. That will be done maybe later today. So that'll be really nice to have another pair of socks off the needles. Then my other whips, there is, I think last time I mentioned I'd started a brioche hat. It is the Cobalt Tone pattern, which comes in Pom Pom Quarterly, the winter, I think it's the latest issue, the winter issue. And I've made a little bit of progress on this, but it does take me a while because I have to, this pattern, I'll show you the side with the progress keeper. So I have done quite a bit since last time, but not really. I spent lots of time on it, but it's not that quick to work up because it's brioche and I have to read every single, well, most rows of the pattern. Some are just plain brioche rows, but I do find that I have to pay attention, and I've not really been in the right mindset to do that when I've not been working on my design. So I have done a bit of work on it and I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving the texture that it's creating. It's so squishy, and I love the yarn I chose as well. It's Madeline Tosh DK in the Gemini Twins colourway, which is the one at the front. I'll show you the ball. Gemini Twins. Oh, it's going to be getting blown out today, I think. And then the other colourway, which is the darker one, the back, is Spectrum, and that is just a gorgeous rainbow of colours. Mostly purple, but there's a bit of everything in there. I love it. So I'm really enjoying working on that. And yeah, hopefully I'll make a bit more progress on that for next time as well. Because I'm planning on entering that into the Treat Yo Dang Self-Cal. So that will be really exciting. I can't wait to do that. What else have I been working on? Oh yeah, I've got a new design that I've just started in the last couple of days. It's going to be a shawl. I'll get this out for you. So, bear with me a second. Right, so I had an idea of doing a DK weight shawl because I wanted something a bit thicker and squishier and just a bit warmer and more cosy than a fingering weight shawl. And I fell completely in love with this yarn I found on a new Etsy shop, I think, called Paca La Alpaca. I'll write that down in the, I'll link to it as well in the show notes, just in the down bar. So this is what I've done so far. It's going to be a triangular shawl. So all I've done so far is just the very beginning really, but I just wanted to show off how this colourway works up. It's the Bloom colourway in her single ply DK, and it is so soft and squishy. I just only want to work with this yarn right now because it's just so beautiful, so gorgeous. Just these, it's mostly sort of like a natural colour with pops of orange and purple. I love it. It's really, really lovely to work with. It's so soft, and I can tell once it's done it's going to be such a squishy shawl. But that's not the only colour I'm working with. I was going to pair it with the yarn I got from New Zealand called, I think it was Utiku, I'll link to that as well, the down bar, but that colour, I think it's the latte colourway. So I'm going to have these together. So mostly a neutral shawl. There's just going to be lots of texture, a simple construction, triangular, starting very small amount of stitches and gradually increasing. So I'm really excited about that. To have a DK weight shawl and do something a bit different other than just socks. So yeah. So next I've onto acquisitions. So this Paca La Alpaca yarn I wanted to show you. I've still got one in the skein, so this did only arrive maybe 2 days ago, but I absolutely love it. It's just gorgeous, these colours, and it's so soft. I don't know if you can see, it's got a little bit of a halo as well. Maybe you can see, but it's gorgeous. I love it. I was so tempted by another colourway as well, but I thought I do have to restrain myself at some point. So yeah, I've got the other ball of UTQ balled up as well here, so there they are together. Gonna be a big squishy shawl. Yay. Oh, and there's the label for UTQ. Oh, wrong way. There you go. So, oh, I did want to show you the card I've got for, where is it? Ah, yeah, Paca La Alpaca. Here is her card that she sent me to. So, yeah, you should definitely go check her out. At the moment, or at least when I bought it, she's got 40% off everything in her Etsy shop. So, you're going to have to go over. I highly recommend you go and have a look while she's got these this sale on as well. So yeah, that arrived. Then I got one other acquisition, which was sort of just treated. I tend to just go a bit mad in January after Christmas. I just sort of have a bit of a yarn binge. So I had a quick look at the online shop for Nora George yarns, and I saw she had one of her toffee apple skeins still available in the gold sparkle sock, and I am in love with it. I don't know if you'll be able to see the sparkle, but it is absolutely gorgeous. The speckling, orange and green. So I haven't got I don't know what this is going to be used for definite yet, but it would make a gorgeous pair of socks. Or it might be really nice in as part of like a colourwork sweater. Like there's a couple I've got my eye on at the moment. One in particular is, I think it's the Zweig sweater by Caitlin Hunter. She's really popular at the moment, isn't she, with all of her sweater designs. And I'm thinking of using some dark blue from Travel Knitter. Oh, I'm going to get it out and then I'll show you. I've got some choices to make. So I definitely want to use this. I've got 3 of these to use as the main colourway. Travel Knitter. Hopefully you can see and it's showing up all right, because it is quite dark. But it is a one-of-a-kind colourway, and I think it's her pure merino sock, 100% superwash merino. You get 365 meters per 100 grams. So yeah, that's going to be my main colour for definite. And then I've got 3 other possibles, so I'll show you each with it, and then maybe you can give me ideas on which one would go best. So these 2. So this is the Nora George with Travel Knitter. I'll also try and get a picture of the sweater on the screen beforehand so that you can see what it would look like knit up. Then I've got this gorgeous skein from Fondant Fibre, which is in the colourway Jasmine Scented Evening on the Austin base, which is superwash merino, cashmere and nylon. So those two I thought would go together really nicely as well. It's just so hard to decide. And then the final skein is by Labian Aimé. Labian Aimé? I think that's how you say it. And this is her, it is in merino singles, but I'm not sure if it would matter too much because of where the colour would be on the sweater. I don't think it'd be in a really hard wearing place. And I just really love the colourway. It's the peanut butter and jelly colour. So I'm thinking those would be gorgeous together as well. But let me know what you think. I'd be really interested to hear. You can either leave a comment in the down bar or send me a message on Instagram or Ravelry. I'm pretty active on all of those places. So yeah, I think that's about all I've got to show you today. So I just wanted to get out a quick episode just so that I can get the cowl started, because I just thought it'd be a really fun idea. So yeah, if you want to join in with the cowl, you can either knit up a pair of my Holy socks, or there's also my Woodland Wanderer socks. Help if I remember the name of my own design. Which are, oh, might have one here. Yes, I've got one here. But it's the, it's not on a sock blocker. I'm not sure if you remember, I think I've shown it before. It's one with the trees and the cables. So you could either knit that, or then I've got my Misty Mountains socks, which I think are in the wash at the moment, so I can't show you those. But I've got a link to my Ravelry shop, so they're all available on there. And it'd just be really fun to just have a bit of a knit along and all chat about the patterns. I just really love seeing what colourways people choose to knit up my patterns. It's really fun. So yeah, go get involved. Head over to the Ravelry group. You can use the hashtag on Instagram. I think I said it would be Yarnia Cal. So that's really fun. And then running through straight till the end of March, not end of January. That's like 2 weeks. So end of March. So yeah, I hope you all really enjoyed watching today. Sorry if it seems a bit rushed. I just didn't want it to become too much of a long episode, because I need to try and get it edited today and then upload before I have to go back to work again. So yeah, thank you for joining us. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and hope you all have a lovely week or few weeks till I see you again. Bye!